What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to another rig rundown brought to you by BENDIX, and we have
a big ram.
And you heard it right, we've got a new sponsor for this series, BENDIX, which is absolutely awesome. And if you want to win your very own complete brake upgrade, check out at the end of the episode how to win that, but let's get into it. All right, guys, that's right, we're doing a Ram. I'm gonna let you in a little secret. If I didn't have my Patrol, a Ram is what I'd buy next. So I'm super stoked to do this episode, and it's one of the new versions, which I'm real excited about. So we've got Kale here, we're gonna hook into it. Hang on, you're not Kale. Where's Dad?
He's asleep.
He's asleep? Oh man, what's your name, Cooper? Yeah. Oh, he's put you to work then. So all right, we've got Cooper here. He knows a little bit about the truck, so let's go have a look a bit closer about it. What can you tell us about the big Ram?
So it has big tires.
Big tires. What size are they?
Like so big.
37s. We've got 37-inch tires, a big lift. How big's the lift? 6 inches?
Yeah.
6-inch lift, so it's BES lift, it's from the States. Now the rear is actually set up with an airbag man system. So he's just put the air ride on the back. Keep coming around, what do we got? Canopy we'll get into soon. So this is for your camping and everything, that's right?
Yeah.
That's right. Around here, couple of big exhaust pipes. That's for the big engine. What's the engine in this thing? Big V8?
Yeah.
That's right. So we got a 5.7 litre V8 with a truck going past. It's amazing. EC, they've got their own sort of backbone little roof rack there, so it's just a little flat rack. There's not a heap on the external of this. On the front end, we're doing a couple of laps here. So you may notice the biggest difference with the 1500s, they've got that new shape. So this is 2020, is it, or not 2019? 2020, 2021, somewhere up there. Kale's woken up, we might bring him in. Thanks, Cooper, for that. Looking out for Dad while he's had a nap.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll dig more into it now. Let's jump inside, get in the canopy, see what's going on with this thing. Alrighty, Kale's here finally. So Cooper, look, it's Kale's son, he absolutely frosts the four-wheel drive stuff. He's actually got his own YouTube channel, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Cooper Wells Fishing Adventures.
There you go, give him a plug. I'll link it down below. But he was super stoked to come on the channel, so he's absolutely been involved with this build. The boys have been up late. Apparently he's always been in the shed, all that kind of stuff. So, as I was saying, new model, 2020, new shape.
That's it, yeah.
So
they call it the DT Ram.
Yeah.
The old ones were DS, so yeah, more luxuries inside, bit of a different shape aesthetically, yeah.
Yeah, I've been riding in this thing, doing the shoot, and it's just the interior's completely been redone. I've seen the old Rams and it's just absolute next level. So, like we were saying, there wasn't too much on the outside there. We just touched on suspension and that. So I think we'll dive straight into the interior, have a look at that, and then we'll move our way back through the canopy and then just touch on what's going on underneath at the end there. So let's jump in and have a look. All right, the big Ram. Oh my God, it's high. 6-inch lift. Now, if you know Rams at all, you can tell this interior is absolutely crazy, and it's all factory pretty much, isn't it?
That's it, yeah, haven't done much yet, yeah.
Yeah, big old Tesla looking screen. So there's really not much aftermarket in here, is there? It's pretty much everything you need on the get-go.
Yeah, that's what's so good about them, pretty much. We've got a few things in store, it is quite new, but it's brilliant.
Yep. So full navigation and everything here. Like I saw, it has the 3D 60 cameras and everything. Like it will tell you where you're parking and that. You can use that off-road. Oh, so they're good to go. Yeah. Has it have any off-road map set up, or is that something you're going to look at putting in?
No, we'll be doing that, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Apple CarPlay, Android Auto from factory, which is pretty cool these days, yeah. So all the flash stuff, probably heated seats and all that stuff. I even noticed, like, when you took a phone call, the air conditioning turned down and that, like, absolutely crazy. I think what's new with some of these Rams, they've got a sunroof now, so that fully opens right back. It's probably like not even a sunroof, it's like a moonroof, like right back there. But yeah, everything's digital in here. It's just an absolute step up. Gone are the days of using the old shifter as well. This is all electronic, so you get a lot more space in here. Like the actual storage in the center is super deep, like real good. So talking aftermarket, I guess with the air system, that's what we see here. There's this little door, and then it has the gauge there for your airbags. Yeah. So that's been added in. Now does this manage that air stuff? Yeah, so we've got our onboard air, which will fill the big tank in the rear, 5-gallon tank. And then we've got to get some buttons made up, but left and right, up and down, and there we go.
All right, well that's it. The interior is pretty simple, everything you need and more, so from the get-go. So I think we'll jump back Have a look in the canopy. The back's pretty simple. Obviously a heap of room there, so it's great for the family. Ton of space in these things. So let's rip into this canopy. That's where the real juicy stuff is. Alrighty, moving on to the canopy and tray. Before we go inside this thing, what do we got here? Is it tray tech?
Yeah, GCI tray tech, yep. Tray and canopy. So it is a jack off system.
Okay.
We won't be taking it off, but you can.
Yeah, I can see here a couple of supports and that, and you can just unclip it and she comes
Put your sides on,
yeah.
Brilliant, yeah.
Some toolboxes and that for storage.
Yeah, all lockable with lights. And
oh, it's a drawer, look at that. Yeah. A few guys have been doing this recently. Instead of the actual doors, you get a drawer. It's a lot more space.
Yeah, fully airtight and smoke tested there.
Yep. Yeah. Everything's central locking as well. I noticed when you lock the car, all these canopies lock as well, which has kind of become the standard. But we'll rip inside and have a look. What's this side, like the kitchen side?
Yeah, so we do have a kitchen getting made. It is fairly new. But at the moment we just got the pull-out pantry. Our twin induction, which will come out.
If you haven't worked out already, the electrical system in this thing is kind of one of the main features. So induction cooktop is a no-brainer. Big old fridge.
GPOs for all our 240.
Bushman fridge.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, a couple of grenades in there. And then so we'll get to the other side in a sec, but obviously you've got all your outlets here, GPO, so that's your 240. That runs in from the inverter. Obviously you can switch it on from there. Little fuel nozzle. Is it 1 or 2 fuel tanks on this?
Just the one. It's not very big.
And you've got a water tank in the tray? Or?
Yeah, so I think it's 60 litre underneath and 40 litre up here.
Yep.
So yeah, combined.
So there's a bit of water in the headboard.
Correct, that siphons down into that one, and the outlet in the rear, pump there.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
All right, cool, we'll spin around then. Obviously this is all your kitchen storage, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Around here is a bit more of the electrical side. Oh, as we move, what do we got on the back here? We've got the big old ladder.
Yeah, ladder pops down to get up to the rooftop tent we'll put on. We've got the a dual jerry holder going here.
Yep.
What's pretty cool here is we've got an in and an out shore power. So the idea is, tow your van, we can literally plug an aircon in and run all night.
Yep.
Plug in to charge when you're at home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a cool thing.
Yep. Yeah, okay, so straight in and out.
Big drawer.
Big drawer. Is that all?
It's a big 150 mil deep drawer, one of the biggest
out
there.
Little gas strut.
Nice and deep.
That's the go.
Yeah. Yeah, so we put our screw quick release tap for the water.
Okay.
And obviously the air outlet for tyres and stuff,
It's still got a reversing sensors part of the tray.
Yeah, BCMs and the reverse beepers,
Yep. All right, let's look on this other side of the canopy. My junk, camera gear. So there's a bit of space in this canopy, that's one thing I've noticed. So this is obviously where you can just set it up how you want, I guess. So.
Yeah, we've got a couple of things getting made at the moment. We've got another little angle fridge drawer that we'll pull out. Yep. Mainly for the beverages, keep that one for food, which I think would be good.
Yep.
And then we'll just keep this for storage. It's heaps of room.
Yep. And then this is where all the business end is, I guess, all the electrical stuff.
The magic, this is what we do. So 400 amp of lithium, we've got 200 here, 200 next to the fridge, all custom made brackets. So this is something different. I think, as far as we know, it's the only one in the world. We've got no battery under bonnet.
Yeah, okay.
So direct charge off the alternator, and the car's starting off them.
Right. So the whole, even your dash, the whole electrical system is running off.
Car, so we've pulled the battery out of under bonnet.
Yep.
Run a big cable back, hooked into these two in parallel. The advantage of that is, like I said, charging off the alternator. So you can see up to 200 amps back here, charges in no time. So
essentially your second battery is your main battery.
Well, yeah, that's one unit, 400 amp. We've got the what's called a load protect inbuilt into the inverter, and a separate load protect for your smaller loads. Yep. That'll protect these batteries from going flat. Yep. So you've got a partition in the batteries. So the car will always start if you leave your fridges on for weeks on end, whatever. Fail-safe little system. So
even though it's 400 ampere, it's still a couple of banks and it cuts one out.
Yeah, pretty much in hindsight, load protect, so it's going to leave that 20% or 10%, whatever you set it to, in reserve to always start your car. Yep. Big advantage, charging off the alternator, no DC-DCs, no nothing needed.
That's cool.
Yeah. We've got provisions for obviously solar, the AC charging. Yep. The whole car's run through a shunt, which is on the Switch Pro here, the vehicle. So everything's shunted, we know exactly where we're at. How long have we got left? 99%.
So you see voltage, current, everything going in and out.
So you see right now with the fridge running, we've got 3 days left.
Yep, that's crazy. So it's interesting. Instead of having your start battery, it reserves a percentage of what capacity you've got, which is pretty cool. That's a new way of looking at it. And I guess no matter how big capacity battery you go, no matter how much power your car needs to start, it always put that in reserve. So as these things get smarter and smarter, stuff like that will start happening. And eventually a full electric four-wheel drive would probably have to have this stuff no-brainer. So you got no solar or anything on this at the moment? Or?
Not yet, it'll happen. But I mean, like I said, charging at 200 amp.
Yeah, you don't really need it.
5 minutes of driving probably does your weaker solar.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's awesome. Sweet. All right, let's move forward. Go on to the bonnet. Pretty much wrap her up. Look at this, is nice. I've never actually seen under the bonnet one of these. Probably not a lot to look at with these modern cars. It's all plastic. But there's your big old hole where the battery used to go. So engine itself, 5.7 litre V8, uses, actually we're going to do the economy challenge later in this episode, so stay tuned for that. But you were saying earlier in the car that you can get a chip straight up 100 horsepower extra.
Yeah, pretty much 50 to 100 horsepower. You can get the PCM modules from the States, heaps of stuff available. You know, these cars are everywhere in the States.
Yeah.
Piggyback modules to get that straight bit of horsepower and torque, but obviously heaps of room for that big blower.
Yeah, Harrop do that 2650, and there's a lot of Rams running around with them now, so that's definitely an improvement. They've been a big car. I mean, you'd say if you were ideally towing, you'd go like a 2500, but these are good for just that around town stuff.
The Hemi's been around forever. It's pretty proven, I think. Yeah, so.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that big battery, anything else been added, you basically just run that big cable back through and...
Yeah, so we've left it pretty much standard. We've left even the stock cables and battery. We've actually put battery posts on, so we can literally, if we want to take the canopy off, because it is jack off, all we gotta do is drop a battery in, these straight back on, 5 minutes we're back to normal. So yeah, we haven't really touched anything there.
So how come you've done this essentially? I mean, it's not like you needed the space, it was just an experiment, or?
No, to get that charge off the alternator, direct charge, because we don't want to be charging it, you know. We don't want to be flattening those batteries overnight with your van or something with that big inverter and then have to wait all day for it to charge.
Yeah.
We can charge in like an hour of driving now. So that's the advantage of charging direct off the alternator. All the batteries in the rear, you know, no lead acid or anything to worry about. It only lasting a few years. We're going to get 10 years plus out of them. And yeah, why not? Something different.
That's a go. Well, I hope that pretty much touches on most things on this big Ram. Pretty keen on one of these, so hopefully in the future we can get hold of one, and you're very close. So last thing I want to do, take this thing for a drive as I always do, see what I think about it, and then we're going to chuck Kyle in and do the 4 challenges. We've got the Sprint, Comfort, Flex, and Economy. Let's get into it. Alrighty, big Ram, you have to literally jump in this thing. Hang on, someone's got big legs. There we go. Look at that. Button start and everything, pretty flash. Now this is new for a car I've ever driven ever. You don't have a stick, you got a little knob, you just drive. How's that? Safety first. I feel like I'm in a spaceship with all this. Where's the handbrake? Is that automatic too? Yeah, when your seatbelt's on, it goes on. Look at that. The seatbelt is the handbrake. All right, straight up, I'm not gonna lie, the visibility isn't amazing out the front of these. I did notice on the dash here, this is one of the special ones that has like a heads-up display, but it gives it a bit of bulk here. And yeah, the bonnet's that kind of bulky as well. It's not amazing vision, but you get that with a lot of these newer cars anyway. And the bigger you go, the less you're gonna see. So one of these kind of new, uncharted territory when people start putting all these airbags and that in cars, but I mean, I've decided to bag the 80 completely, front and rear, because just more and more people that are doing it, I've noticed they ride really well, and having that height adjustability for when you're going camping is just so, like, it just outweighs any downside of having the bags, and they do flex good off-road still, I've been told, and I have seen one in a, I think it was like a Mazda or something. So indicator on the left, this thing has been converted. So even though you can get them in Australia now, they are converted, so they've gone from left-hand drive to right-hand drive. So that isn't ideal. In like a perfect world, you'd want it built factory right-hand drive, because some things are still on the left, like your steering boxes over there. So the whole steering mechanisms had to go around corners and all sorts of stuff like that. So ideally, I mean, if you want an American truck, that's sort of something you got to live with, but a lot of these guys, these companies are doing pretty good conversions these days, and they're obviously all like approved by the Australian government. 400 horsepower from factory. This obviously had nothing done to it, but with that extra chip, an extra 100 horsepower would make a heap of difference. And with those superchargers, I have been down to the Harrop factory, and I think I've driven one of their Rams with a supercharger, and it just makes the thing liven up that much more. So if you get one of these, I guess it's a lot more for that comfort. If you want an all-rounder where it spends 90% of its time on road, like it's a great car for the missus, super comfortable, got all the features, but it's still like capable to take off-road as well. Pretty stoked with it. And who doesn't love that V8 sound? Oh, 5.7 litre Hemi. Oh, is it a Hemi? Yeah, this one's a Hemi. Look at that. All right, I think it's time to chuck Kale back in, do these 4 challenges. Alrighty, Kale, it is time for the fun part of the episode. We just dig into some fully scientific tests. No, not really. Look, we've got the 100-meter sprint, the comfort challenge, flex, and economy.
Yep.
So we'll start off with the sprint. Essentially, I just step out 100 SAM steps, which is roughly 100 meters. We've got a little bit of a downslope here, bit of an advantage for you with a bit of a heavier car. How much does it weigh?
It'd be best part of 3.5.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I reckon I'd suggest put it in 4-wheel drive, high, and just stomp it and see what happens.
Let's see what we can do.
So that's it. Yep, we'll do that, and then we'll move on to the comfort challenge and see how she goes from there.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So the drone, I didn't put a bloody memory card in it, so you're gonna have to go with a bit of screen recording.
All right, the 100-meter SAM step sprint. See how the big girl goes. A lot of weight, standard engine, big tyres, big canopy. Let's see what she's got. I am keen.
All right, ready? In 3, 2, 1. Go. Damn, it sounds good. I'm standing back. Whoa!
Woo! Didn't get sideways there, Jamie. Straight line.
That was pretty quick. 7:24. Anywhere in the 7s is good. If that's anything I've learned from the past, 7 is good. Look at that.
What do you reckon?
7:24, that's good time. Anywhere in the 7s is killer. Yeah. Did it feel good? Just foot flat?
Yeah, definitely that all 4 wheels locked in, 4 high.
That's all you can do.
Gone.
Dude, it didn't have too much wheel spin. It looks sick though, just a cloud of dust, just boof. All right, next challenge is the comfort challenge. We throw a cup of Bonnet. I always say that, cup of water on the bonnet. Super scientific. We just go over some bumps, see how much water comes out. Some say it will measure suspension, some would disagree. All right, water challenge. I always have the same issue. We always forget to bring water. I've had cider, we've had beer, we've had Coke, all sorts of stuff in here, but we've actually found some water. So get this thing on the bonnet, fill her up as top as we can. Like I said, super scientific, see how much comes out, and that's the end result. I've only just put numbers on this too. It used to just be like, oh, it's about 80%. Alrighty, time for the super scientific suspension challenge. We've got some sparkling water in the mix there, some normal water. She's filled up. Pretty rough road here. It's been a bit of rain recently. It's pretty chopped out. They've done some logging recently, I think, so some trucks chewed it out. But he's going to be heading off shortly, I think.
Righto. Next challenge, we've got the sparkling water on the bonnet. Hit 50k, then stop, see how much we see what we can't lose. Suspension only just got put in 2 weeks ago. It's fully a 3-way adjustable. We haven't even touched the adjustments. I don't even know what they're on. One could be hard, one could be soft, who knows. But hey, it's all good. We're here, we're in the bush. Let's do it.
Look at that. Oh, there's a bump. Oh, there's a big bump. Could you even see anything? Oh my God. How's that? Oh, you've lost a lot, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's about, that's like 55%.
Yeah.
Because that'd be 60. Wasn't it amazing?
Did drive for the biggest pothole, but hey.
It's already sent it, did the big bump. So 55%. Next thing we're gonna do, flex ramp challenge. Now I think we have a mate with a forklift. We should be able to sort that out. And then super simple with the economy on these because it's on the dash. It's like a bloody spaceship, I tell you what. And then we can wrap it up, see how this thing stacks up on the leaderboard. Alright, so we managed to find someone with a forklift, so we're doing the little flex challenge. Pretty simple. Normally I use a flex ramp, but since I've been in Queensland, I haven't been able to find one. So if you got one, hit me up. But we found a forklift, so as usual, lift it up, just see how much flex it has, and we'll measure the distance, so see what happens. Airbags in the rear of this thing, so I don't know, I have to play with that up or down, you know. Alrighty, so this is about it. We started to see the front wheel come up a little bit. Looks pretty average, maybe 400-500 mil, so obviously in line with the hub. The bottom there, 510 mil. That is like basically midfield, I reckon. Yeah. I mean, we're not expecting to flex like a comp truck, but there we go with the bag.
Put the bag down a little bit.
All right, he's gonna go see what the bag does. But that's cheating. Alright, so the last part of this challenge is economy. Now normally we fill up at the start of the day and then fill up at the end, but this thing's that bloody flash. It's all on the dash, so can we pull up what the economy is on there?
Yeah, we're just
right there.
Average 21.5.
You all connected, 21.5. There it is. Oh, 21.5 litres per 100. Is that good, you reckon?
No. But yeah.
Petrol V8 life.
Petrol V8, 37, big canopy, is what it is.
Oh, smiles per mile.
That's it.
All right guys, let's take a look at the BENDIX rig rundown leaderboard. Now before we kick into this, I promised at the start of this episode we were going to have the giveaway for the BENDIX kit. Now all you got to do is super simple to enter this one. Jump over to the BENDIX Instagram page, find the post of the EC Off-Road Ram and basically just drop a comment, let us know what your rig is, let me know what you like to drive, your four-wheel drive, and it'll be simple as that. At the end of the week, we'll be announcing the winner and sending out a full brake upgrade kit to you guys. It's that simple. So jumping into this leaderboard, we started off with a sprint. Now this one wasn't too bad. Being a V8 and automatic, we did a 7:24. So that just pushed him into 4th place, and it's actually pushed out Jamie in PVS 79. Sorry mate, you're off the leaderboard there. Moving on to the comfort challenge. Now 55%, unfortunately, shocking effort, bit of a bumpy road there. He's not even made it onto the leaderboard. So moving on from there, we got a 510mm with the flex ramp. Now that's actually just tied with my brother Zach's Ranger in 9th place there. And then finally the economy challenge wasn't too bad. I mean, we've had some big, heavy, powerful four-wheel drives on this channel. We came out with a 21.5 litres per 100. So that just put him into 8th place there, just above Jace Andrews. Now he's actually knocked out the Y62, which did a terrible 33.5 litres per 100, I think that thing was. So guys, there we are on the leaderboard. Make sure, let me know in the comments what car you want me to try next. Obviously we've got these little challenges here. We'd love to see what's out there around the country. We've got all our shows happening soon, so hopefully we can find some sick rigs. But the next rig running episode is something a little bit different. We're not trying to find the biggest, baddest one. This is something that reminded me of when I was younger. It was a bit of a kind of bush mechanic build. So stay tuned for that next month, guys, on the next rig rundown series. Thanks for watching. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to click up here to subscribe to the channel. Click over here for our latest merchandise on our website. And down below or to the side, I'm not sure where it is our last episode. If you haven't watched it, click on that to check it out. See you guys.